Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to keep your heart healthy and reduce your chances of heart disease during menopause. Now, estrogen is important for your heart health. It has a lot of benefits for the health of your heart in several different ways. So a few of these ways are: estrogen helps to keep your blood vessels open and healthy, helps to regulate your blood pressure, helps to regulate your cholesterol levels, and also regulates your heartbeat, keeping it nice and strong and regular. So when your estrogen levels drop, you can actually notice some changes to the way your heart is working. Women quite often find that they start experiencing palpitations, ectopic beats, where you get either a missed beat or an extra beat. Both of these things can actually be really quite frightening. Dizzy spells also are not uncommon, and whether they are actually linked to the changes in what your heart's doing and the changes to the estrogen levels, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that dizzy spells are quite a common thing that may be linked to the changes in the way your heart is working. Increased blood pressure is another thing women quite often find. You have a regular checkup or you go to the doctors for something else and you find that your blood pressure is higher than it was a few years before. And also cholesterol levels are quite often tend to rise during the menopause years. Even if you feel that you haven't done anything different with your diet, cholesterol levels nonetheless are another thing that women suddenly find have risen. So what can you do to help keep your heart healthy even though your estrogen levels are lower, and so are therefore having less of a positive impact on your heart? They're all actually quite simple things that you can do. They're just little changes perhaps to your lifestyle. For example, take a look at your diet. We all know we need a varied and healthy diet. It's a standard thing, but it's always worth taking a look at your diet, because sometimes we think we're doing really well and eating really healthy, but when you take a closer look, it's so easy for these little naughty bits to actually sneak into your diet more often than perhaps they should. It's really important as well to take a look at the kind of fats you include in your diet. Now, nobody needs to eat too much fat, but we do have to have a certain amount of fat, but it is actually the type of fat that you are including in your diet that is important. So omega-3 fatty acids are a healthy fat. Monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats, they're all considered to be the good fats. The bad guys being saturated fats and trans fats, and trans fats are quite often found actually in the snacky treat kind of mass produced things that sometimes we really love. It's a bit easy to overindulge in them, but take a look at the fats in your diet as well as keeping your overall diet healthy and varied, and also make sure that you have a good hydration level. Your heart needs a good hydration level just the same as the rest of your body does to actually function properly, so don't allow yourself to dehydrate. Keeping your weight at a healthy level can be a bit of an ongoing battle for women during the menopause years. A lot of women, and myself included, find it's so much easier to put on weight and so much more difficult to get it off. So you end up generally weighing more than you probably did a few years ago. But if you can keep your weight at a healthy level as possible, that's really beneficial for your heart. It also helps to keep your cholesterol level down, and again that's good for your heart as well, because cholesterol unfortunately can bung up the arteries of your heart and cause you a lot of problems. A couple of other things, lifestyle things really. Exercise, you need to do regular exercise, the kind of exercise that gets your heart rate up a little and your breathing rate up a little. Things like brisk walking or some people like to jog. I've never been a runner, but I can do the brisk walking thing. Cycling's good as well. Any kind of aerobic type of exercise, even an aerobic class at your local gym, just to get your heart working that little bit harder. And if you can do regular exercise, at least 30 minutes 5 times a week, it's really, really good for your heart. You'll be doing your heart a lot of favours there. Alcohol and smoking, they're always the bad guys. But if you can keep them to a minimum, if you drink excessively or smoke excessively, it is really bad for your heart. But if you keep your alcohol to a reasonable level, a minimum sort of level, that's really beneficial for your heart health. And obviously smoking's one of those things, it's a no-no, you know, just don't do it. But it's not that easy. I know it's not that easy. I'm an ex-smoker. I know how hard it is to pack up. But if you can cut it down, or even with both the alcohol and the smoking, if you think I'm really indulging too much in both of these, I would like some help, I would like some advice, I would like some support, then if you go and speak to your doctor, they do offer help in most doctor surgery, probably all now. Will help you with both of those. So even if you don't want to back up smoking and you don't want to go to the doctors and say, oh, I need some help with this, just reduce it down to a minimum for your own benefit, and you really will be helping your heart health. So basic things, yeah, diet, exercise, hydration, try and keep your weight at a healthy level, and don't overindulge in those things that are considered really bad for your heart. I hope you found that useful, and thank you for watching. If you'd like to know when I'm putting any other videos on the channel, there is a notification bell below the video. There's also a subscribe button there too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.